Not all exercise is suitable for everyone. To reduce the risk of injury, consult your doctor before participating in this or any other exercise program. If you feel any pain, discomfort, or dizziness, do not continue. The creators, producers, participants, and distributors of this program disclaim any liability or loss in connection with the exercise and instruction herein.
Welcome to Power Yoga, Mind and Body. My name is Adrienne Reed. Our theme for today is legs. So guys, when you're ready, go ahead and stand on up for me. Let's start nice and easy. We're going to bend your knees, grasp your elbows, and fall forward. Just let your spine get nice and long. And let's go 2 breaths there. We're going to bring focus right to legs. So head is heavy, neck is soft. Breath is in and out through the nose. From there, go ahead and straighten up your legs. Get a little more out of your calves, your hamstrings, your hips, your lower back. And if you can't quite straighten all the way, no worries. Just go to your ability. And if you've straightened your knees, bend them slightly on a long inhale. Roll up slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae. Let your head and chin come up last. We're going to go ahead and float right into a chair position, Utkatasana. So when you're ready, go ahead and sink through the hips. You can leave your hands on your waist or sweep your arms upward, whichever feels better for you. In this pose, your feet should be nice and flat. You're sinking downward with your hips, working through the quads. You're lengthening sit bones to fingertips. Let's go 4 more breaths there. So just sinking down slowly, working through the quads. Try and have your torso slightly forward, and you'll notice that brings more work to your legs. Looking good, everybody. Beautiful. Inhale. Let's sweep your hands down into a prayer position. So thumbs over your sternum, left elbow on the outside of your right thigh, prayer twist. So keep those hips sinking downward. Draw your sternum towards your thumbs here. So you're twisting through your upper body, not just through your hands. You're looking up at the ceiling past your right elbow. And again, sinking deeply with those hips. If this gets to be too much for you, you can pop your hips up just slightly. Inhale, let's roll back to center. Hands remain in prayer. Exhale, right elbow on the outside of your left thigh, prayer twist again. So again, bring that elbow to your knee. Look upward past your left elbow. Bring your sternum towards your thumb so you're twisting through your upper body, not just through your arms. Beautiful. Sinking down with those hips, so working through the quads, keeping your attention on your legs. 1 more good breath there. Beautiful. And exhale, go ahead and float back towards center. I want to go for a burn. Keep it sinking in. You guys are thinking, oh, great. Beautiful. We're going to go a couple more breaths here. Keep that sinking in. If you're feeling real good, arms come up overhead. That gets a little more work in. Yeah, good job, guys. Exhale, come on up, release. Nice job. Shake that out a little bit. All right, we're going to stay with quads. We're going to do a little bit more movement here. So when you're ready, you can drop your hands to your waist or have them in namaste. So we're going to drop back down into a squat position, whatever feels comfortable for you. This one, I want you to see if you can keep your shoulders on top of your hips. From here, we're going to inhale, right leg kicks forward. You want to stay knee to knee and straighten up through your leg. Let's go a couple good breaths there. So working actively through that left leg. Exhale, go ahead and bend your right knee, cross your right ankle over your left. Sink downward with your hips, work through that left leg. Beautiful. Looking good, Kristen. Let's go 2 more breaths there. So sink down in the hips, work through those quads, that left calf. Exhale, straighten that leg back up. Let's go 3 good breaths there. Beautiful. So this challenges balance as well. And exhale, stand on up, release. Nice job, everybody. Looking so serious. Give a smile. No worries. All right, same thing on the other side when you're ready. So hands drop to namaste or onto your waist. Go ahead and sink down into that squat position. Try and keep shoulders over hips if you can. Let's kick your left leg forward. Again, keeping knee to knee, just straightening through that left leg, sinking downward, working through your right quad, right calf. Exhale, go ahead and bend that knee. Cross your left ankle over your right knee. Sink downward with your hips, so keep that focus on your legs, specifically your right leg. Beautiful. Inhale, kick that leg straight. Let's go 3 good breaths. Sink downward with those hips. Work through that stretch. And exhale, stand on up, release, shake that out a little bit. Nice job. Beautiful. We're going to move once again through chair. We're going to float right into eagle this time. So when you're ready, hands can come to your hips. We're going to float down into a chair position. Let's just go a couple good breaths there. And then from there, we're going to kick your right leg straight. You're going to cross it over your left. See if you can hook your foot underneath. And then wrap arm around arm. So you're sinking downward with your hips, drawing upward with your elbows. If you can't wrap your arms, keep your hands on your waist. No worries. We're going to go 3 more breaths there. Garudasana, eagle. Further down with your hips, the more you work through the legs. So really fall into that squat if you can. And then exhale, go ahead and release, straighten up, kick that out a little bit. Nice job, everybody. Same thing on the other side. Not messing around, we're legs today, yes? Same thing, so we're falling down into that squat position. Hands on your waist or in namaste if that feels good. Left leg kicks up. Let's roll that right around and hook, if you can, your foot, left foot around that right calf. If not, just cross them over. When you're ready, introduce arms. So complete that eagle pose with the arms. So you're drawing upward with your elbows, downward with your hips. If you don't want to do arms, just keep your hands on your waist. The lower you sink with your hips, the more you're working through your legs. So really fall into that. Beautiful. Exhale, come on out, release. Shake that out a little bit. Nice job, everybody. We're going to float right into a raised runner's lunge. So when you're ready, let's take a big step back with your left leg. So right leg is forward. You should be your front knee over your front ankle. So don't let your knee go past your ankle. Have it be right on top of it. Hands on either side of your foot. You're going to start sinking downward with your hips. Drive your left leg nice and long. So extend through that left heel. Lengthen through your torso as well. So draw the top of your head toward the front of your mat. Let's go a couple deep breaths there. You should feel nice sensation through this stretch. If this gets to be too much for you, I want you to drop that left knee down on the mat and lay your left toes flat. Wonderful. We're going to switch your hands, so both hands move. Specifically, your shoulder or elbow rolls to the outside of your right knee. From there, sink more deeply down into your stretch. So draw those hips further down. Notice the difference that makes through the front of your left leg. Looking good, everybody. One more deep breath there. Wonderful. And exhale. Let's sweep both hands to the inside of that right foot. We're going to go ahead and drop your left foot down. So roll it to the side. Drop your left heel flat on the mat. Bring your right hand either to your shin, your ankle. We're going to float up to triangle or leave it on the mat. Straighten up through your right leg. Left arm floats upward. So we're in a nice wide triangle stance here. So maybe a little bit different than you normally approach triangle. Beautiful. Imagine that wall is behind you. So both hips are flat against that wall. Both shoulder blades are flat against that wall. So you're really nice and square through this pose. Let's go 2 more deep breaths there. Looking good, everybody. Kristen, that's wonderful. After your second breath, go ahead and roll your hands back down to the mat. We're going to go ahead and bend that front knee again and roll right into a pigeon. So we're going to take that front leg and float it off to the side. Lay your left toes flat, your left leg straight, hands by your sides. Inhale, look up, take a nice arch back, and exhale, go ahead and float forward there. Let's get 5 good breaths there. Beautiful, so torso is nice and relaxed. Stretching across the front of your left leg, maybe working a little bit through your right hip. Let's move right back to that leg stretch. So when you're ready, float your torso upward. We're going to stretch for that left quad. So when you're ready, reach back and grab your left ankle with your left hand. First thing we're going to do is draw that left heel in toward your hip. So you're looking off toward the left-hand side, sinking that heel downward into your hip. And let's get 2 more good breaths there. Beautiful, everybody, looking good. After your second breath, let's change that stretch a little bit. I want you to take your left hand to the outside of your left ankle. You're going to flex your left heel a little bit and pull. Give a little bit of resistance with that left foot. We're going to swing forward with your left shoulder and back with your right shoulder. So you're letting that quad stretch come from that action through your shoulders. Let's go 3 more good breaths there. So you'll notice that changes that stretch more towards your upper quad. Beautiful. Exhale, go ahead and release that. You're either going to go back to one of the 2 of those stretches, or we're going to offer a couple variations. You can hook your left elbow into your left big toe, swing your right arm up overhead, and introduce an oblique stretch as well as a quad stretch. Or you can get a little bit of a twist in here. You can swing your right arm in front. Lydia's looking at me like, no way. Right arm in front, left arm behind, and get a little bit of a twist in there. So do the level that feels good for you. You're either in position 1, heel in towards your hip, position 2, where you're swinging through your shoulders, that power yoga pose where arms are overhead, or a nice twist. 1 more good breath there. Looking good, everybody. Kristen, everybody looks fabulous. Exhale, go ahead and release that. Nice job. Let's swing your left leg around in front and just shake that out a little bit in the legs. Same thing on the other side when you're ready. So we're going to float up into a raised runner's lunge with your left leg forward. Beautiful. So front knee is over your front ankle. Start sinking your hips deeply down into the mat. Drive your right leg nice and long, so extending through your right heel, lengthening through your torso, so the top of your head is extending forward. I'll say it again, the deeper you sink with your hips, the more work you bring into this pose, so you do what feels good for you. If at any point this gets to be too much, drop your right knee down to the mat, lay your right toes flat. We're going 2 more breaths here. Looking good, everybody. After your second breath, we're going to sweep your hands to the outside. So I want you to try and get your shoulder and your elbow on the outside of your left leg. Once you get there, again, sink your hips deeply down. Notice that stretches through your groin, across the front of your right leg. Beautiful. Let's go 2 more deep breaths there. Looking good, everybody. Nice job, Kristen. Nice job. After your second breath, sweep both hands once again to the inside of that left leg. We're going to float up into triangle. So you're going to drop your back foot flat. So heel comes flat. Left hand goes to your foot, to your shin, stays on the floor wherever you can go. Open up your right hand toward the ceiling. So a really nice wide triangle, more wide than you may normally do, so it should feel a little bit different. Once again, imagine that wall behind you, so hips are flat against that wall, shoulder blades are flat against that wall. We're going to go 4 more breaths there. That's beautiful, everybody. Lengthening lower hand to upper fingertips, lengthening tailbone to the crown of your head. Wonderful. Go ahead and sweep your hands down to the mat. You're going to bend that front knee again. We're going to float right into pigeon. So you're going to tuck that left heel in towards your right hip. Hands float to your waist, back leg, back foot are nice and straight. Look up, take a nice arch back, upper back, and then exhale, go ahead and fall forward there. So we've got 5 good breaths here in center just to relax in, maybe give a little bit of release for the work that you just did. Stretching once again across the front of that right leg, maybe a little bit through the left hip as well. One more good breath there. Looking good, everybody. And then exhale, draw your torso up. Let's move to that quad series. So when you're ready, bend your right knee, reach back, grab your right ankle with your right hand. We're going to start with that initial stretch where you just draw your heel in towards your hip. So you're looking off toward the right-hand side, just bringing your heel close in towards your hip. And let's go 2 more good breaths there. Looking good, everybody. After your second breath, let's change that up a little bit. So your right hand's gonna roll to the outside of your right ankle. I want you to flex that right foot. Give a little bit of resistance. So you're pulling back a little bit with that heel. Let that quad stretch come from the shoulder. So your right shoulder's gonna come forward, your left shoulder's gonna come back. So you're really twisting through your upper body while you're resisting through that back heel. Again, that's still through the quad, but it changes the location of the stretch. We're gonna go 2 more good breaths there. After your second breath, choose one of the 2 that we just did, or you can throw in a power stretch where you hook your right big toe into your right elbow and bring your arms overhead for that oblique stretch added in. Or you can add that twisting stretch where you grab your right ankle across with your left hand, bring your right arm behind, and hook the inside of your left thigh. Looking good, everybody. That's fabulous. Looks good, Kristen. Try and get this elbow this way. Yes, so you're not too far forward. One more breath. Looking fabulous, everybody. And exhale, go ahead and release that. You're gonna swing that right leg around in front. Shake that out a little bit. We're gonna move to a nice wide angle series. We're gonna go with one knee bent. So when you're ready, go ahead and open to a wide angle. You guys may need to stagger a little bit in the back row so you don't hit one another. And we're gonna bend your left knee in center. So left knee comes right to center. Inhale, hands drop to center, lengthen through your upper body, and then exhale, slowly walk your hands forward. If you can, drop down to your elbows. If you can continue all the way down, I want you to go for your chin toward the floor versus your forehead toward the floor, which tends to curve you through your lower back. So extend through your chin and draw that front body forward. Let's go 4 more good breaths here. So relax your head and neck, extend your chin forward. You got it. That looks great, Rhonda. Try and keep your right foot engaged so your right toes continue to point up, or don't let that foot roll forward. One more breath there, looking good. When you're ready, stay low. You're gonna walk your hands off toward the right-hand side. See if you can get one hand on either side of your right leg. If that's easy for you, see if you can drop your elbows down on either side of that right leg. And once again, location of your chin is really important here. So if you draw your chin towards your right big toe, it gives you a little more stretch, a little more work through your lower back. One more breath there. Looking good, everybody. And exhale, come on up, release that. Let's open to the other side. So left leg's gonna straighten up, right leg comes to center, knee bend. Hands drop to center. Inhale, lengthen through your spine, and exhale, walk your hands forward there. Same thing here. Try and draw your chin forward so you're lengthening through your lower back. Keep your left foot engaged so your left toes continue to point upward. Beautiful. Let's go a couple more deep breaths there. See if every inhale you can lengthen through your spine, and every exhale you can sink into that stretch just a little bit more. Beautiful. Let's stay nice and low. We're going to sweep your hands off towards your left leg. See if you can get one hand on either side of your left leg. If you can, and that's easy for you, see if you can drop your elbows down. Nice job, Kristen. Once again, let that stretch come from your chin, extending towards your left big toe. go 2 more deep breaths on this side. And after your second breath, go ahead and roll back towards center, straighten up your legs, shake that out a little bit. Guys, we're going to do a little bit of a sacrum leg stretch. So when you're ready, I want you to roll onto your backs. Have your heads toward the front edge of your mat if you don't mind. Beautiful. So legs are straight and flat on the mat. You're going to bend your right knee, foot flat on the floor, and you're going to cross your left ankle over your right knee. We're going to reach underneath with your hands. You're going to grab the backside of your right thigh. And if you can, I want you to straighten up through your right leg so you keep legs in that stretch. You're pulling forward with your legs. You're trying to keep your lower back flat on the mat. So this widens through your lower back and through your sacrum and stretches across the back of that right leg. Let's go 5 good breaths there. That looks wonderful. If the stretch is too much for you, go ahead and bend that right knee again. But if you can, try and keep your legs straight because it really does introduce the leg work into it. Very nice, Kristen. 1 more good breath there. Breathe into it. So inhale, pull that cool air right into where you're feeling the stretch. Exhale, let that area relax and release. And then exhale, go ahead and release that down. Unhook your left ankle from your right knee. Straighten up your legs. Shake that out a little bit for me. Same thing on the other side. So when you're ready, left knee bends, cross your right ankle over your left knee, reach underneath and hold the back side of your left thigh. Try and straighten through your left leg so you're working through your leg as well as through your sacrum. And when you're ready, start extending that leg down toward your body. So once again, trying to maintain that length in your leg so your leg is really long, you're flexing through that foot, and keep that lower back flat on the mat so you're working through your sacrum. This stretch is wonderful for people who have sciatic pain. Very nice, Lydia, smiling in that even. Wonderful. Exhale, come on out, release, shake that out a little bit. Let's get a couple of twists in here. So when you're ready, you guys can come up to a seated position and flip around for me if you don't mind. So head is down toward the lower edge of your mat and lay down flat. When you're ready, we're going to kick your right heel up toward the ceiling. I want you to grab with your left hand the outside of your right thigh, your right knee, your right calf, your ankle, your foot, whatever you can reach. Open that right leg to the left-hand side. You're going to open up your right arm to the right as well. So you're stretching across the back of that right leg and trying to get shoulders and shoulder blades flat on the mat. So this is a nice twist that's really good for your spine, but it's also a nice stretch through that right leg. Nice job, Diana. You can let that hip come up a little bit more. So this can come all the way over here. That's the way. Let's go 2 more breaths here. So even though that right leg is stretching, it shouldn't be working. So your left arm should be doing all the work to keep that leg off to the side. Beautiful. Exhale, come on up, release that. Drive that heel up to the ceiling. Slowly lower that leg down. And let's do that same stretch on the other side. So whenever you're ready, left heel kicks up toward the ceiling. Grab the outside of your left leg with your right hand. So thigh, knee, shin, whatever you can reach, roll that left leg off to the right-hand side. Kristen, I wanted to make sure I didn't hit you there. So same thing here. Shoulders and shoulder blades are floating downward, lengthening across the back of that left leg. Your right arm is doing all the work to keep your left leg to that side. So try and relax through your left leg and let it get nice and long and stretch. Let's go 1 more deep breath on that side. And then exhale, go ahead and roll back toward center. Drive that heel up toward the ceiling. Slowly lower your heel all the way down. Believe it or not, guys, we are ready for Shavasana. So once you get there, go ahead and lay down in a nice, comfortable position for me. The final pose of class is the most important in yoga, called Shavasana. This is what you've worked the entire class to achieve, an exploration of stillness in action. As you lay on your mat, allow your entire body to come to rest. Let your feet flop open, Bring your hands by your sides, palms upward. Close your eyes. Let your mind and body relax completely. The purpose of this time is to just be. Be still in your heart, still in your body, still in yourself. Try to remain in this pose for 5 to 10 minutes, finding health and harmony within. Thanks for your time and hard work today. Namaste.
If you'd like to continue to improve your strength, stamina, flexibility, and balance, order Power Yoga for Athletes. This hour-long video is for yogis who embrace a more active lifestyle. Call 1-866-629-1591 or visit adrianreed.com. For tips and secrets on Power Yoga, visit WUSF.org and click on the Power Yoga icon. You'll find frequently asked questions and show information from Adrian Reed.